Yeah, the marketing side, it doesn't have to be expensive. That's one thing that I have found. I do spend some money on marketing, and I use the KDA POP grant to get some of that recouped back. I spend quite a bit on radio ads, and I don't just do locally. I try to go to Harlan's and Middlesboro, to other locations, because the farther east you get of London, the less fresh produce you find. They're gaining popularity as far as getting more farmers markets started in there, but we supply a lot of those farmers markets. They'll come and buy from us wholesale wise and take back to, whatever market they have, or if it's, an individual market, independent market. But
thank you so much.
That's probably where I spend the bulk of my money, is radio ads, when we're actually going to be expanding to a new store next spring. This building we're in right now is about 4,000 square feet, and we're going to a 15,000 square foot building. So we're going to be much bigger and going to have a little seed to table cafe and some of those things in it. But we get huge returns off radio ads out of town. As long as they're within an hour or so driving distance, those people will come to get fresh stuff that's good stuff. We do some newspaper ad things. Our local newspaper does a Thank a Farmer issue, and so we always do some advertising there. And then just really focusing our Facebook marketing, looking at those ads. My daughter can tell you exactly when to post and when it's going to get the most traction, and when not to post and all those kind of things. And so that's where we try to focus our ads too. And she started doing TikToks and that kind of thing with it, and we've gained a lot of total different audience there that's watching TikTok than what's on Facebook. We do some Instagram. Instagram's one that hasn't took off as much, but the TikTok thing is really starting to pick up, because you can do some unique, different reels and things like that. Facebook and social media and all that is huge for us as far as marketing and looking at the insights and things like that. And it's always funny to me what will gain traction and what won't. My daughter posted a picture in the greenhouse with her and my husband watering pepper plants one day, and it got like 450,000 views. And it was just this random picture that we didn't plan. We didn't, it was just an off the cuff thing. Last year I had a girl that just picked up one of the mums, and it was massive. And she held it up and posted, we posted that picture and said, got the biggest mums around. And it exploded and got hundreds of thousands of views, and we sold out of mums that weekend. So never underestimate what social media can do. It can be a really giant pain keeping up with it, but what we try to do, my store manager, who is my daughter, she has a day of the week that she sits down for about an hour, hour and a half, and pre-plans posts and schedules posts ahead of time. We always look at what day is it, and try and hit some of those kind of things. And not always have a hey, come buy this, but an educational post or a did you know kind of post. And those are some that we get as much interaction as we do as anything else. So if you try to do the social media posts every day, you just don't do it. So literally scheduling out time for somebody to have the time to do them has been huge for us, because before I was trying to do it all. Best thing I ever did was make a few other people administrators and let them start helping answer questions, helping answer messages, because that gets super overwhelming when you're trying to run the business and answer questions. Now we even use a little automated message. If this is during business hours, please call the store to check availability, because a lot of times I'll be the only one who sees it, and I may be working at the farm that day. Well, I don't have a clue if we've still got something in stock or not. So we try to give them several options. We run our phone number and all that stuff all over the place to try and get people just to call, instead of going back and forth on a message 10 times when they can call and have a 2-minute conversation and get their questions answered. So our social media the main focus is the store, as far as, the marketing side and what we have that day. Lives for us are huge. I do a live, and it's funny because a lot of my older folks definitely follow those lives, like we're best friends, and they've got to stop, check in and see what Rhonda's doing for the day, which I love because they're sweet as can be. I even have one little lady who asked me, she said, "Honey, I saw you, did you see me?" Tickles me to death because she really thinks that I can see her. But so the lives are good, but we do a lot of the farm stuff on that page just for the educational side, because so many people have zero clue what happens on the farm to get that produce, to the store up here. Our motto is always, if it was any fresher, it'd still be in the field. And so we will show pictures of laying plastic, we'll show pictures of planting, of us going through stringing and weeding, harvesting, running things across the packing line, all the way to the cool room and going out on a semi, if it's going to one of our wholesale customers. But it gets conversation going, and those are the Facebook posts I really like to respond to, because you get a lot of good questions and you get a lot of opportunities to educate people on what a true production farm looks like. A lot of people have raised a garden, or their grandparents have raised a garden, but they've never done it to a scale like what we're doing. So they've never seen a big, 3-row plastic layer, and they've not seen articulating tractors, and they've not seen those kind of things. So it leads to a lot of really good, positive conversation.